Okay, people, welcome to the channel. This is Project James Brown septic system, day three, and I've got this septic tank, 1,500 gallon, showing up in about an hour. Gonna put it in the ground. So in the meantime, I went ahead and potholed this communications utility, this CenturyLink telephone service. So it's interesting because this service comes from the corner over here and runs all the way over there to the neighbor's house, across the yard, kitty corner, which is kind of weird. You'd think that they would just drop that service in a different way, because the phone utility service for this property, James Brown septic tank, it comes clear over here and runs up this side to the side of the house. And you'd think that they would have just, ran them together in a way that makes more sense than running the neighbor's property's stupid thing across the whole yard. So that's the weird part about it, but it's coming from, there's a phone ped over there in the corner behind that tree. But let's get in here and we'll look at this utility. What's going on with the focus? There we go. There it is. Coming in, and it's about a foot off the mark, which is normal. That's why you dig 2 feet each side of the line. But we got her found. That's in the first absorption trench, or the second, whichever way you want to look at it. But I've got to cross it again where that little flag is. So I'm not going to worry about potholing until that tank's in the ground and I get digging on this. So, but that'll be good. We'll get it all dug up and get it close and get it ready, and then go from there. So anyway, I'll pop back in when that tank arrives, drop it in. Well, I just packed all this pipe back here. 210 squeet. Oh wow, 210 linear feet. I'm gonna say square feet, but then I got all stopped myself, ended up with squeet. So that's funny. Square feet, I guess. Who knows? Anyway, still waiting on that tank. It should be here any minute now. So we'll get her set. There she blows. That's our delivery truck. It's gonna have to come in back end first, swing it in, and should be able to get it, he says. So let's see how it goes. There it is. He's picking it. Pretty cool boom there, pretty cool truck. I'm gonna have to give the box a little influence, I bet. Out's this way. It'll be pretty good, I think, once you get it swung. I'm sure I'll have to push on it, eh?
Oh, yeah, we can spin that thing around, no problem.
You know what that thing weighs? 16,000 pounds, something like that? 17?
Something right around there. Got it on the paperwork.
Yeah.
So this side will be your out.
Yep.
That won't be bad at all.
No, it'll basically set itself.
You like that.
Yep. Okay, so hopefully I got all that, but the box is in, everything's good, looking good. I'm gonna load it with water right now so we can get the leak test done, and then we'll go from there. So there it is. Okay, so now we're back to digging the absorption trenches. Coming up on my utility crossing, the CenturyLink communications line. So I've already potholed and exposed it. So we should be clear on that, no big deal, no issues there. And again, I'm holding the phone in my left hand and running a machine that requires at least 2 hands to operate, so this is interesting. Shouldn't be doing that, but whatever. Anyway, that tank went well. I'm loading it with water right now so we can get our at least a leak test done. That tank weighs about 17,000 pounds. I don't know if I mentioned that or if you guys heard that in the conversation I had with the delivery driver, but it's quite the heavy tank. So, but everything went really well with that tank placement, so that's good. I'm going to probably dig a little bit and then run and grab some lunch. So, but we'll just keep going at it. We'll check back in. And there's our communications line exposed in the trench there. That's cool. Alright, well, that's a wrap for James Brown Septic Day 2. Got the tank set. Basically, the rest of this 100-foot leg of absorption trench dug. The last little bit I had a couple catastrophic collapses that really are gonna just make it look like shit on this end, but what do you do? What can happen? What can you do? So that's what we're looking at. Hopefully none of the rest of this stuff collapses. This is my CenturyLink utility crossing. So everything else is looking really good. I mean, these corners are just, I challenge you to dig a corner that square. I've issued a challenge to all the excavators out there to dig corners this square. Try it, see how you like it. So tomorrow I will, since gravel is not going to show till Wednesday, I'm going to concentrate efforts on bringing this box up, backfilling it. Once we get our inspection, which should be in the AM sometime, so I'll backfill that and then probably tie this inlet side together, get that tied in, and then if that all goes well, I might dig a little bit on that absorption trench cross section, but I'm not in a huge hurry to do that. I'd like to, because I don't have any gravel. There's no point in just going and digging it all yet. I want to get some gravel in, get the rest of this graveled, get it all sorted out. That way gravel in the trench can help prevent an unnecessary collapse. So that's my train of thought. If I get a collapse in here, it's going to make my life harder having to clean it out. So, plus, not to mention, this other absorption trench alignment, if I were to dig this whole thing, I'd have very little access to skinny down this, and that can create a problem in itself. So we're trying to keep it simple in a way. Ideally we could just blow the whole thing out of the ground and have gravel ready and all that sort of stuff, but that's not always how it works. So my box landed pretty good. I'm off my lines a little bit, but they're a little longer. It was an approximation, all right? So we landed within the marks, which is good enough. So sure is a lot of water. It's taken since basically noontime to get this thing filled to the point we are now, and it's close to 5, so I need to get a little bit more water in here, at least up to that outlet, which is another 6 inches, but that's going to take forever, probably another 3 hours. So anyway, that's a wrap. Day 3.